Coming at you live from a secret underground bunker. It's Nontent Live. We're here.
That's a beautiful A chord, Barnaby's. We appreciate it.
Troy?
We appreciate you as well. And yes, I do in fact know that that is an A major chord. But please continue.
I apologize.
Hi, Troy. Hi, we're back
came at
again.
the wrong moment.
Troy's back. Barnaby's is back. We have a new guest. Hi, this is Nontent Live, the show where we talk about video games, content creation, and other stuff. It's been a while. It's been like a week. Hi. Once again, my name is Dwelkinator. To my left and or right is Barnaby's. Beneath me is Troy, aka twitch.tv/ what is it?
King of Rebels HD.
Twitch.tv/ Troy. Gotcha. And then
yes, that's it.
My main man Sean. Introduce yourself.
You just did though.
Yeah, but like introduce yourself.
Oh no, the stress is already beginning.
Introduce yourselves.
So, hello. My name is Sean. I'm wearing a unicorn hat, and I happen to know this guy up here if you're watching the screen at the top left corner.
Yeah, dude. That's me.
You're pointed in the wrong direction.
Also,
You know-
hello there, people of the chat. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, welcome. I'm glad people keep showing up to this. That's that's a good sign. Wait.
Very good side.
Oh, Troy, thanks for hosting me, fam. I appreciate it.
I didn't forget this time.
Welcome. I'm Dwelkinator. That's Barnaby's. That's Troy. Barnaby's. What do you do on the internet again? Give us the pitch.
I talk about Yu-Gi-Oh economy and no, just kidding. I stream. I stream on the internet. I play Yu-Gi-Oh on the internet, I guess. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Well, welcome. Hi. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna start with Troy this time around.
Oh no.
Troy, my man. What have you played this week?
You know, more Overwatch, more
Overwatch.
Destiny. Yeah, it's been a lot of Overwatch.
Destiny.
I've got a fucking team, dude. What do you expect? Of course I'm gonna play Overwatch.
TFTI. TF fucking TI, okay?
Boy,
Alright.
fucking don't play with us.
Pull it
Yeah,
in.
it's been a lot of
Pull it in.
Overwatch.
Okay, so
Pull it in. Let's.
I also played Civ last night. Civ 5 again because I've been playing.
That's
that game,
good.
So
That's fun.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I played with some friends and then played Borderlands. I've been playing all over the place. Who am I kidding?
Dude, you don't play Borderlands with me? What is this?
Do I even have you on Steam?
No.
That's what I thought.
Well. Okay. Destiny. All right. It's been out for what, like a week now?
A week.
Yeah.
Yeah. The raid just dropped today. I haven't done it yet because my raid team canceled. It was
Has
bad.
it? Actually,
Has
no.
it-
I don't have any questions about Destiny.
Well, I mean, we can't really ask Troy because he hasn't experienced it yet.
You're right,
Actually,
at the raid.
I'm max level already. I'm 275. Well, I'm max for what I can get to right now.
Yes, but you need the raid
run
to
out of
get
stuff to
to.
do. Yeah, I have to wait.
You need the raid. I mean, we if we want to ask about the raid,
I can't.
we can't.
I know.
But if
World's
you want to
First
talk about
was today.
everything else,
Yeah, I can talk about the rest of the shit.
like the nightfalls and the strikes and everything, and how you feel.
Nightfalls have been stepped up.
Yeah, how's it feeling a week later? Cause my major concern was it's gonna be like super grindy and
Yeah,
stuff. How's it feeling a weekend?
A week later, it was actually not terrible.
okay, so I got a question. Like, as we're getting into this, is there anybody in chat here who happens to have been looking forward to Destiny 2 because y'all need like the biggest spoiler alert possible? Walk away.
Oh
from
yeah.
screen.
I'm not gonna talk story at all. I'm not gonna talk about it at all.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking story, any of that. I'm just gonna talk about. So the Nightfall has been stepped up a lot. They made it harder.
What is that?
It's fucking nuts now. Like, it's actually
So-
hard. It's not like a routine thing.
No. What is Nightfall?
Layman's so Nightfall. Nightfall is a way to get better loot. It's basically it takes all the current, I guess you could say like levels or missions.
They're dungeons, basically. Is what those are.
Dungeons, yeah. They take all their current like dungeons and they step up the difficulty, and give you objectives to follow in order
And they also add modifiers to make it harder. like
Yeah.
this previous week's was you start like so they made it so the nightfall has to be done in 30 minutes now. No matter what, it doesn't matter. You have to do it in 30 minutes or else you fail. And the last week's modifier was fucking awful. You started with like 11 minutes, and you got time for every kill you got.
That
And
seems insane.
If you stop fragging, you lose a lot of time, and eventually you just run out of time and lose. It took me like 3 tries to do Nightfall this week. And the other modifier they had last week, besides the epic modifier,
Wow.
was they had one where the element that would do the so basically elements that are currently on the board do more damage, the rest do less damage, and it would constantly cycle. And you can only have like a max of 2 elemental weapons, so you'd be constantly working around different elements. And there's 3 elements in the game in total. So
Did the previous game have Nightfalls, or is this a relatively new thing?
It did have
Previous game, yeah.
Is this a mode that you can only play as a single player, or is it a multiplayer mode?
You have to have 3
Yeah.
people to do it. Well, you don't
okay.
have to. You can solo it if you so choose, but you might not make
You
it.
sound just like mini raids.
It's like
It is.
You could solo it, but on the other hand, just don't.
yeah.
That's not what you just said.
It's very hard to solo. It's almost near impossible to solo. You have to be frame perfect. So
Well,
Frame perfect.
that's pretty much my spiel on Destiny. So far, like again, I've enjoyed it. I'm running out of stuff to do though. So I took a couple days off. I'm probably gonna play it tomorrow. I'll do Nightfall.
okay.
Don't forget my new exotic pistol.
But
So.
do you think that the introduction of the new raid is gonna,
The new
keep-
raid, to my understanding, it's a lot harder than all the other raids that have been released so far, which scares me because King's Fall was fucking nuts. I haven't seen any information. I'm avoiding all. I'm trying to go in blind. I want to do it blind. I think our whole raid team is. And World's First, they said took around like 10 hours today. So, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, they like just finished about an hour ago. Like that's how long it took.
Well, I'm glad you're still enjoying it a week in, because that's honestly what I was like concerned about. Just
Yeah, I
Destiny
understand,
in
like-
general wise.
Dying out, yeah. I've already started my second character now, so.
Are you not doing the
Sean, you're very
multiple
pretty.
of one class and do the Nightfall like 3 times?
I'm doing one of each class. I'm doing Titan, Warlock, and Hunter.
I'm probably going to try and do.
You have PS4, right, Barnaby's?
Yes, but I don't play on. I'm gonna be playing on PC.
So you'll be playing with me on PC then? Because I'm on PC.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
Wait,
I have
I
a lot
thought-
of friends that are
I
playing
thought
on PC.
Destiny comes out on PC in like a month.
It does.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
That's why it's killing me.
I pre-ordered it already.
Hype beast.
I'm dying inside. This past week, literally no joke. This past week, I've been mulling over selling all the PS4 games that I finished and then buying Destiny 2. But then I've been asking all my friends and they're like, just wait, dude. No, but
Just
I know, man. I feel. I'm excited to play on PC. I've heard it runs really well on PC. So.
I mean, we'll find out in like a month. I heard the beta went relatively well. Okay. Barnaby's, I know you haven't played anything new this week, so we're gonna skip you, just because all you play is Yu-Gi-Oh.
okay, but understand, right? So Cosmo just topped the regional, undefeated, and now all the Cosmo cards are going up in price, and this is really pissing me off.
You're
like that-
ridiculous.
And then Spirals is doing really well in Japan, and now the Spiral cards are going up in price, and I'm really pissed off about it. Because that was a rogue deck that I was thinking about trying, but now I can't even do it because the single card that I need is $15 a piece.
So what Barnaby's is trying to say is look for some donation streams coming up this week.
Yeah. Hi, my name is
No.
Barnaby's. Please donate to my stream so I can buy more Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I mean, he already knows what's gonna happen the moment that he opens up that, so I don't know why
Please
he's
God, no. Please God.
Remember, guys, if you want to buy Barnaby's more cards, there's a donate button right beneath the stream. Hashtag ad. Hashtag sponsored.
Hashtag.
Hashtag shut up.
Now,
So
Yes, Sean.
I
Yeah,
guess
what's up?
new games. Well, I haven't. The only thing that I've done new this week, I finally did manage to sit down and do a fair bit of writing. So I'm gearing up to get myself involved in a couple of more D&D campaigns and get myself in Elgato so that I can stream all of these PS3 games that I still have that I have not
Hell
played.
yeah,
I have
dude.
an
That's
entire
the
an
move.
an entire shelf full. Like, yo, I can't show it to you, right? But it's just sitting over there, just a stack of games, 3
I
stacks
should
of
seriously
games.
stream some of my PS3 games sometime, dude.
And so I'm hoping to get some of that retro realness in here, and to also finish the other 4 stories that I have left to write. Biscuits is one of them is for Biscuit. I think she should actually have one this week. She's been waiting for that thing for like a clean month, and I appreciate her so much for her patience. And then I think other than that, I have some friends who've been trying to get me into some new games. So I'm looking at Lawbreakers, but I don't know who I'm going to play that with, except for
Me?
like Tom.
Yeah, Troy.
Wait, hold up. So the list of people in PBR that currently play Lawbreakers is Ninbins, Tom, Annie, and Troy.
And
then-
Lucas.
And Lucas.
And Lucas.
I'm
So-
I
cool.
bought that game for him.
That's hard. Although looking at it, I'm trying to choose between Lawbreakers because Juggernaut for life, or Gigantic because has such beautiful
Gigantic's free.
art
Gigantic's
and
free.
has,
Gigantic's free.
Just
Hey, everything's free to Sean, okay? Don't.
well, I mean, quite honestly speaking, right? But here's the thing, right? There's this whole thing where it's just full of really good artwork and whimsy, which I enjoy in a game, right? You can tell that someone with a soul like made that game, and I'm looking forward to possibly getting into that. But verdict is out. P.S. I am taking suggestions for games to play for like the next year, so if anybody wants to throw in anything, feel free to give me a suggestion.
Barnaby's, don't you dare say cards on motorcycles. Don't you do it.
Games on piggyback.
God damn it.
MTG Arena.
Nah, dude, the new Dota card game. You don't understand.
New Dota card game.
Nah, dude, you don't get it. Gigantic's a really good game. I don't play it a whole lot because I can't play games on this computer. But Gigantic's a really good game. Are they still like adding content regularly to Lawbreakers, or is it just kind of
I
solid?
think
They're,
updated.
know.
they're adding Nontent.
Oh, right.
So in other words, they're not adding anything right now. I haven't heard shit about Lawbreakers news. Like, I haven't been keeping up with it. I've been too focused on this Overwatch update that comes out in a week.
I know they added a new champ to Gigantic, like, today. That's a thing. He's like a gator boy. Barnaby's is left.
Bye, Barnaby.
Bye, Barnaby's.
Why the
Back.
fuck did he leave?
I'm back.
Why'd you
What
leave?
is happening?
No, he was just like, peace out.
Yeah, it's...
Fuck this shit out. Everyone's getting a hat on.
Yeah, because I feel lonely.
Remember, for all your pro drilling needs, prodrillplugs.com.
Gobble.
Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored.
Hashtag gobble.
No, yeah, Raven suggests The Long Dark. I'm not a giant fan of survival games, but I've heard that's a pretty good
He
one.
suggested that last week, I believe.
Yeah, they did. But The Long Dark's a good game. So, let's see. So, man. So, let's see. Sean, Sean, regardless of new things, what have you just played this week, like, in general? I'm gonna assume a lot of League, just because that's you. But,
I did sneak some League in there. Okay, let me tell y'all about this Star Guardian thing.
oh, yeah, the Star Guardian thing.
Oh yeah, that dropped this week. I heard about that. I'm not a
Okay.
replay, by the way. I just heard about it from other people.
We need to talk about that difficulty that they have on this thing, though, because they have these situations where it's kind of like, stay in the bubble as it moves, or stay in the bubble while things are attacking you. but it's kind of one of those things where by the time you get through playing that mode, every single champion that was on it that you had to fight with, you want to instantly ban. Kha'Zix banned forever. Freaking Vel'Koz dead to me. So like that kind of thing. And there was a lot of that. But the Star Guardian stuff is really cool because I'm all about that magical girl anime.
Understandable.
God bless Sailor Moon. So because of that, let me tell you how I just like went and scooped up as many skins as I could possibly spend money on and still pay rent. And trying to navigate those modes was pretty cool. I also managed to sneak in just a little bit of Final Fantasy XI on my time off.
Nice.
And so I'm trying to prepare.
Final Fantasy VII remake drop.
I think that happened already.
Wait,
No,
what?
because it's
No!
they're doing the episodic thing.
Oh, you're
Wait,
right.
they're doing the episode. What? Wait a
Yeah, they're
minute.
doing the episodic thing for.
It's still not released. It
Oh,
doesn't have a
it's
release
not
date. It's still to be announced.
Not like this.
No, TBD, to be decided.
TBD.
Seven.
One day.
They haven't decided.
Yeah.
One day that'll come out. What?
Hopefully, for fuck's sake. Remember what happened with Duke Nukem?
That.
No, but here's the thing: the difference between Duke Nukem and Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy
Final
VII is
Fantasy
a remake,
VII
Duke Nukem's the new game.
Final Fantasy VII already came out,
Yeah.
so
It
we're just
makes that. It's just a
now
it's-
you make that same analogy of Duke Nukem to KH3 because god damn it, KH3 is gonna come out when I have kids.
right. At this
Oh
point.
my god.
Wait a
It
minute.
puts
Did you
back.
say? Hold on for a moment. Did you say when you have kids? Because the way that they do this stuff is like trying to read Hunter x Hunter. You'll probably have your kids will have grandkids by the time they update that.
Oh my god,
Dude, the Boruto sequel will be out before then.
Okay, let's not. Nope. No, we're gonna turn that whole ship
No.
around. I'm not dealing with that
Dude.
right now.
Naruto's great grandchild.
great grandchild.
Yeah, dude, 2 seasons from now.
No, you realize like by the time we get to that point in the arc, they're gonna go back in time to the beginning and actually do like every line of genealogy up till like whatever. It's gonna be stupid.
dude.
So
No, it's gonna be my Hero 2 Electric Boogaloo.
There it is. You figured it out.
The elect.
Dude, fucking Galactic Codename Kids Next Door will be out.
and Troy has decided he's walking out.
And
He's
Troy's gone. We're hemorrhaging hosts. Also, Soul Food, I added you back on Twitter, alright? So, also,
Dude, that's-
Troy,
So
good
I heard-
good shameless plug in my chat. Thanks, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. Barnaby's did the same thing.
So since we're talking about things, right, and games, I hear that Nintendo had some kind of conference or something like
They
that.
did.
today?
They
Yeah,
did do a thing.
Okay, so can you please go ahead and give me the goods on that, because I'm not like super versed in what Nintendo's
the
doing, but
deets?
any time that you want to give me details on a conference that was not the Apple conference this week, I am happy to hear it. Like,
Man,
let me tell you,
The
okay,
Apple conference.
they are charging you the price of a current MacBook Air for a phone. Absolutely
No.
not. That
Okay,
conversation's over.
no. They've always been doing that. That's just
I know.
retail price, but the way you get it from your provider, it's split up.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
play
pay-
it like monthly, but like
So,
I don't want
you're-
to
You're
pull a
gonna pay,
mortgage
like,
for a
$1,200.
phone.
It's like it's the difference between all at once or not all at once. How about no? Like it's a phone.
Yeah. Actually, why are phones priced $600 fucking for this fucking phone?
Dude, why
Like-
is the iPhone X
computer.
$1,000?
To put this in perspective, right? We almost lost our entire mind when they said what the Xbox One X was about to roll out at what, 5?
Yeah, it was like 5.
We
Five,
almost
okay,
Yes.
we
Yeah,
almost
okay.
lost our mind over that. But
because the gaming community, they understand that consoles should be around $300, maybe $400. But in the technology community, this is a normal thing. I don't understand why people are so upset about this. Yes, I understand. Maybe starting off $1,000 is a little too much. But if you want to get an iPhone 6s Plus with 128 gigs, you're spending about the same thing.
He's right. The thing is that like, fucking Apple has this mindset that they're better than everyone else. That is literally their mindset. So they don't give a fuck about the people.
I mean, is it that they know that they're better than everything else, or that they know that no matter what they do, they have the let me talk about this marketing. They have, they have done marketing so well for so long that people don't even have a need to upgrade the phone. They could have bought the phone that they have today and will show up at the store tomorrow if the phone dropped. Like, that's just how that works, and that's just good on y'all for that, but y'all are absolutely awful for charging people $1.2K in U.S. currency for a phone.
But it's not all up at front.
It does seem like a lot for a phone.
It's still a lot of money.
That's not even up front. It's like, if you go through like the payment plans, right? Like,
but do I want to finance a phone?
Like,
no,
okay,
it's through the provider.
I just got this new phone because mine broke when I was on vacation. This is a Samsung J7. This cost me $200.
Okay, we need
because
to.
That's the budget version.
Oh my god! It's just like,
Sean has a lot of feelings.
Fuck that. Apple's just like, fuck you. We're gonna charge 1.2K for a fucking phone that is basically a tablet now. Like, how big that phone's got.
Like, let's just
no,
talk
but this
about...
phone is. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Sean. This phone is smaller than this. The iPhone X
it's actually smaller.
It's smaller, but it's
the iPhone 8 is bigger. Like the iPhone 8 Plus or whatever.
What's new about this phone then? What's so new about it? That's what I want to know.
It doesn't have a button on the front. It's all screen. Like
it's all face.
The front is all screen and Face ID.
Tell you what, because we're doing financing plans, here's what we're going to.
Sponsored by Android.
Into perspective, right?
#Ed.
Into perspective. For the price of one iPhone, when it comes out, pricing plans and all, you could probably take every single person talking right now and hit them up with a $25 sub for 9 months recurring. Like, what though?
Yeah.
I mean...
And I mean, honestly speaking, give Barnaby's a sub, right? Like, go ahead and give him a sub and don't get a phone. Or give Andrew that sub.
I mean, we don't have subs yet, but
Or like...
I do.
Hashtag not there yet.
Hashtag one day.
Like...
Hashtag never.
Go
I
ahead
need
and
5 more followers.
Handle that business, but y'all don't buy a phone. I will, I will find somebody who does not need a phone and give you one before I will let you buy that one. Jeez.
I might just upgrade to that in spite.
Barnaby's.
I mean, you do that with your
amazing.
Well, I mean, you take your Yu-Gi-Oh card money and you buy that phone.
Yeah.
Sean.
A lot of donation streams coming up.
Sean, goddamn it. We're gonna need to talk later.
Barnaby streams after this, and he's like, "Donate to buy me a phone. Buy me an iPhone X."
I'm just lucky that Sean hasn't noticed anything on my stream yet. Nothing.
I'm gonna be quiet. Okay. So,
Nintendo's the Nintendo Direct. Am I right, guys?
Yes, Nintendo Direct. You are entirely correct.
That's.
Nintendo Direct.
Claire says for the price of the phone, you can make some flight plans and have an IRL podcast one day. That's the goal.
Nins also talks about technology and cost inflation. Apple, you're paying a lot. Okay, so iPhone X is basically the same thing that you get with a Galaxy S8. Hold on. Nintendo can wait.
All right, Nintendo can wait. Okay.
I see what Nins is talking about. He's right about the inflation thing. But...
It's the same thing when you're building a computer versus buying an iMac. The cost of the parts and what you can get, you can build the same iMac in a tower and still get a monitor for less than what you're paying for an iMac. Same content, same specs.
Too bad you can't build phones, honestly.
But yes, but still the same thing. Samsung is making the same type of phone for $200, $300, $400 less. And I know I'm playing devil's advocate by talking about iPhone X and.
No, that's chill. I actually enjoy devil's advocate.
And going on to
Yeah.
The Apple Watch Mark III. That's where it really is.
Yeah, but it's a thing about Apple
Yeah.
just being
Apple.
Brand.
the name. It's like
the brand name.
Nike.
It's like buying
Hey,
Supreme.
hey, okay, there we go. Andrew, your cut is messing up.
Oh no,
So-
my
I
cut?
think we're good. No, we're good.
So,
we're good now.
I'm
Good?
gonna bring this also like to snowboarding. I could pay $800 for a Burton snowboard, top of the line, and then go to K2 and get a cheaper board just because it's K2 versus Burton.
Even
it's
if
still
they
the same
have the same
specs.
quality of
It's
stuff.
like wearing the
Exactly.
Yeezy collection. You
Well,
know?
you want to know what's ridiculous about that, which is funny because I went to compare the prices just between 2 iPhones. It was buying at the time, it was buying an iPhone like 6, the model that came out just before 7, like 6S or something like that,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
versus buying an iPhone SE. Specifications versus
Okay.
pricing for those 2 phones.
I think my stream's really behind because I saw things.
Yeah, the iPhone SE. Well, to be fair, iPhone SE is supposed to be the budget version of an iPhone. That's why it's using the iPhone 5 body build and everything with updated graphics in it, or graphics and parts in it.
Right.
You know.
Okay,
Man.
so what we have learned here today, boys and girls, if you buy the brand, you are literally buying the brand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, Barnaby's, you're totally right. Samsung Gear.
LG Watch.
I mean, the only upside I can see to the Apple Watch, which was like the one interesting thing out of that conference, is that they're adding cellular now, which is nice. So
That's
you can
nice.
you can actually like text and stuff without your phone next to you,
Oh,
which
that's-
is kind of cool. I mean, but it's also like $500, so like
There you go. Like
Or-
I have that kind of money, I can just pull out of my back pocket
for a watch.
for a watch. I'm fine with this watch. This watch is great.
I mean,
Just a-
you
Just
know,
a G-Shock from I don't know what brand. I think it's the brand is G-Shock, but
man, Nintendo Direct.
Nintendo Directs, yes.
Nintendo Direct. I have thoughts, sort of. Let's see. We got a new trailer for that Super Mario Odyssey. That's looking pretty good.
Super Mario Odyssey. When I saw it at E3, it looked kind of interesting, actually.
I'm really excited for that game, even though I don't own a Switch. Barnaby's, I'm pretty sure you're the only person here who owns a Switch. I think that's an accurate statement, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. They announced a new 2DS, I think. They announced a new one, I'm pretty sure. But they've been adding a lot to their 3DS, 2DS line recently. They released Minecraft on the 3DS today. New Metroid coming out.
Minecraft on the 3DS.
Minecraft on the 3DS today.
Has technology gone too far?
Has science gone too far? New
Has math gone too far.
New Metroid coming out. That's, I mean, you know.
Okay,
Metroid.
okay. You know, we're spitting out all these new titles and everything, but here's the real deal, right?
Real deal?
Elder Scrolls 5 on the Switch.
On the
Coming out.
Switch.
Oh, I didn't
Live
hear about
another
this.
life
Yes.
in another
Coming
world.
out 17th of November with exclusive content.
I'm watching this trailer.
Link's
Where's
Tunic.
Oh my
If I
god.
remember
And the
correctly,
Hyrule
isn't Link gonna be? Yeah, you just said it. Link's gonna be in the game. It's gonna be fucking dope.
It's gonna be so cool.
It's
I mean, it's Skyrim again, but you
Here's
know.
the thing. Here's the thing, right? I love Skyrim, and I'll go back and I'll play another 10 hours of it, and then leave it alone for like 6 years. But when am I gonna get Elder Scrolls 6?
I
You know what their biggest project is right now is Fallout Online, right?
I don't give a fuck about that.
I do.
Who cares a fuck about that?
Okay, so I was
Okay, who are you?
I was entirely unclear
Lucas.
about whether or not this was a 18+ stream. I am now clearly confirmed that it is.
Oh, it's an
Please
18
continue.
plus stream.
Oh, it's 100%
You have
18 plus
you have to
stream.
click the button beforehand, where it's like, hey, this is a mature stream.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool because that
Sorry,
definitely
kids.
means I get to throw extra shade. We're good.
Maximum Shade is available. Speaking of rated M for mature, Doom is coming out on the Switch because you know.
I heard about that
makes
too.
sense.
They're just doing a lot of crossovers at this point. Let's
Well,
be honest here.
I mean,
Well, I
the
mean,
biggest
this
issue
kind
with like the Wii and the Wii U was there was very little third-party support. Like that
Well, I
was
guess
the
third-party
major
support
complaint
for-
against Nintendo for the longest time. So that's basically what this direct was about. Just like we have other games, we swear.
Yeah.
Although I'm kind of interested in this direction that Nintendo's taking because they have been. Let me see. The first time I saw it, okay, so let's go ahead and like let me dig up the fossils like from my early childhood.
Okay, I'm ready.
The first Nintendo that I saw was when it came out in like the late 80s, back with the gold foil Zelda cartridge and Duck Mario on
yes.
the same thing, right? I played that thing until it started to burn.
I
So-
played that as a child.
So to explain like that level of history, they've had a thing of doing mostly family-friendly games for a very long time. Mostly. So to get a game, I mean, GoldenEye is one thing, but Doom is kind of like, oh.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
Conker's Bad Fur Day was a Nintendo.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
for
Amazing game. If you're an adult and you love raunchy humor, go fucking play that game. It's amazing.
But I do agree with you that
Yeah.
And so there's definitely been a kind of an uptick in that in probably the last, I'd say, from what I've been able to notice anyway, like the last like 7 years or so. And that's just been interesting to kind of see how that's turning. I guess at some point, someone at Nintendo was like, we're going to have to do this at some point.
yeah.
The
They're
Nintendo Switch lineup
Oh,
is
man.
stacking up fast.
yeah,
So-
just adding third-party support and trying to go in that direction, I guess.
Do we see, I guess, is there anything from the Nintendo Direct conference that any of you are looking forward to, like, as in, let me just go ahead and, like, feed myself on ramen for a month so I can go ahead and set aside money to get this game?
I'm always hyped for Super Mario Odyssey, just because I was a big fan of Super Mario Sunshine back in the day, and
Yes. Great game.
they're comparing the two, and all the footage so far has made it look insane, and I'm very excited. But I don't own a Switch, so Barnaby's will have to test all these games out for him. So go donate to Barnaby's.
I legit might have to get a Switch because I saw that Mario Rabbids like strategy game.
Oh my God,
It looks like XCOM.
I'm in love.
I
want that
Italian
game.
XCOM.
Italian
I had it.
XCOM.
I had a friend like who actually has a Switch and was just playing the game this week, and I was just watching it. I'm like, this is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It looks like a lot of fun.
So
Sure.
if you want to help me buy a Switch, button below.
Like legit though, it put me back in mind of Final Fantasy Tactics. Now I don't know how many of you in the
I know that game.
know about that.
I know
that
Final
game,
Fantasy Tactics.
that eternally glorious game. But yes, it was kind of like I might need to get this game because it had me in my feelings for a minute. And for a minute, I mean a clean 6 hours. So
I'm really glad that ended up being like a really good game, because everybody was like, Rabbids? What?
Yeah. I was
Well-
excited for it when I first saw it. I was really excited when I saw that at E3 this year.
the freaking Princess Rabbit.
The Princess Peach Rabbit looks amazing. Yeah. Like I said, that looks like a Mario version of XCOM to me, except without the dying permanently thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just looking through the
So
Nintendo Direct thing. They're putting a MOBA on the Switch. That's, I mean, it's interesting, but
A MOBA on the Switch? What MOBA?
Arena of Valor. Apparently, it's a mobile game. I don't know. It's made by Tencent, who have major stocks in League of Legends, and it looks very much like League of Legends.
Okay, like here's I guess here's the thing though, like, why?
Money.
Yeah,
I
probably.
really
It seems
Really
I don't
couldn't
know.
tell you.
There are
MOBA's where it's at right now.
I mean, there are certain things. Do you remember way back when they tried to take like the first and the second Diablo and like port that to like PlayStation?
Mm.
I feel like I do remember hearing about that.
Okay, if you didn't play that, let me just sum that up for you. It was painful because you had things that you have to like use a cursor to click on to interact with. Like, it doesn't translate well. Like, not every concept translates well. I mean, maybe people will buy it for interest, but then they're gonna buy it and refund it because they're mad at you for buying the game or for like creating the evil thing that you created. There are games that have come like I never thought I'd live to see the day that a company legit apologized for a game. But it's happened like multiple times now. So hey, just don't make MOBAs. For the Nintendo Switch, we have PCs and MOBAs live there, and we're happy with them because
I think the only reason it was ported to begin with was that MOBAs are becoming a thing on mobile platforms, on like the phone. I mean, Arena of Valor was originally a mobile game.
Vainglory.
Vainglory, yeah. On my school-issued iPad back in high school, I played a lot of Vainglory. That was almost League. Not very good, but it was almost League.
Well, TSM has their own team. Glory.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like a professional esports Vainglory team.
That's ridiculous, but I don't know. Yeah, so they're putting a MOBA on the Switch. I mean, 6 years from now, they'll probably start putting card games out. I don't know. Let's see. Rocket League is coming out in the Switch this holiday.
That's gonna be fun. Rocket League in general is just a fun game. I'm not good at it, but it's fun.
I think that's it's just like hey, soccer with cars. I haven't seen that since like '95, but I'm here for it.
Soccer with cars.
I prefer Lucio Ball. The Lucio Ball is definitely the most dominant game mode.
Oh, why? Because you like booping people?
Sorry, Troy.
Let's just go ahead and be honest about that. You like booping people.
Yeah.
Okay, you're canceled.
No, you're canceled.
No, you're canceled.
Okay, not like this. We're not doing this. Let's see. Oh yeah, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, new Pokemon games. They're just remakes of Sun and Moon.
Wait, I'm gonna have to actually pull out the phone. I did not mean to do this, and I was not going to.
I'm holding the phone. I'm waiting.
But there was the notification that I received here from a friend. For those of you who are currently playing Sun and Moon, that there is like some kind of special event between now and.
I feel like I heard about this actually.
It'd be great if I didn't lose my.
Oh, let me find it. Where is it? There is a mystery gift where you get like a whole bunch of like mega stones and extra Pokemon and battle trees and stuff like that. I have that like all up in here on this phone, and it's between now and like the beginning of October. So if you're on Sun and Moon, you might want to get on that.
Too bad I lost my 3DS.
Yeah, so if you want to buy
hold on, what do you
a
mean
new 3DS for Barnaby's, click below.
So we went to Vegas, right? And then.
Oh well, I mean, you took it to Vegas. It stayed there.
That's the first step.
No. But here's the thing, right? We took a rental car, and then came back, and apparently I left it in the rental car. Sad days, dude. Sad days.
Feels bad.
Sad days indeed.
If you want to get Barnaby's a new 3DS, donate to Dwelkin.
Donate below.
Donate to @Syndiac.
I'll make sure the money gets to him. I swear. Yeah, but they're making. They're making another version of Sun and Moon already. Like this.
I don't know. We might have to.
Well, no. Here's the thing. It's like it's. I think it's more. It's more lore. The way Black and White was to Black and White 2.
Yeah, it might be actually.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Sorry, I'm doing Discord live.
Oh, though, Gold and Silver, the originals, are coming out on the Switch. September
And
22nd.
If you pre-order or buy one of those, you get a Celebi.
Ooh. I remember I had a Celebi on Ruby. When I went to like some Pokemon event and I got a Celebi.
If you purchase
And then
either one, you'll get a Celebi. Yes.
And then I started a new game because I was a fucking 10-year-old kid.
Dude, I got
So mad. I'm so mad now.
a Celebi and a Mew from Action Replay.
Oh,
Oh my.
I remember Action Replay.
Oh right,
I
right,
remember
right.
Action
Game
Replay.
Shark. Gotcha.
two
Understood.
selfie notes because I'm seeing a lot of stuff coming up in chat that looks pretty cool. One of them being Rocket League.
Multi-platform servers.
Yep.
Oh my
having
God.
Platform servers
wait.
and getting Nintendo to
Oh, that's good.
buy in for that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, let me talk about my experience with buying a 3DS because this is the first Nintendo thing I've bought in about 20 years.
Okay, I'm ready.
Can we please have an open discussion about why they sold you an entire video game system for a clean, like, couple of $100 that has no charger?
No. Okay. People, so you bought the new 3DS XL, right?
I sure did.
Let me defend their logic, right? They put out this product.
Okay, stop right there. We're
They
gonna
put
just
out
take a
this
pause here
product.
and say this is classic America, where we're gonna defend something real dumb. Please continue.
Real dumb.
Well, you know, that's me.
Give
Anyways,
me the goods.
it's a very weak defense. I'm not saying it's a really strong defense. It's very weak. But they were under the impression that people were going to the new 3DS XL already had a system.
Get this Karibo out of here. How do you expect to bring new people into your market if you sell them like, okay, here's the thing, right?
I'm more a
We
baby
made
dragon.
We made this for an entire market of people. Like, you rolled that thing out on Christmas. How many of these people did you like, hey, do you want to play Sun and Moon? Yes, person who I have like barely talked to about any of this stuff. Sure, I would like to play this game. What do I require? A 3DS. Haven't bought anything from Nintendo in a while. Let me go and buy one. I got myself to the car, and halfway through the drive, it was like, how am I supposed to charge this?
Listen, I told you it wasn't a strong defense. At this point,
And I'm just like,
I'm really regretting defending.
and like, here's the worst part. I was looking in the store to see if there were other things or like, attachments to buy for it. So I can't, like, mind you, I'm in Walmart. They have everything. I'm pretty
Does it
sure.
still
like, if
use
I
a
wanted to-
proprietary charger, or is it just like
Yes.
standard mic?
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
use
God,
a
really?
proprietary
Still?
charger. Yes. Yes, in 2017,
but-
the year of our Lord. So I got all the way home, clean booted up the thing. It was like had half the battery. How am I
But
supposed to charge this?
but at least looking up, right? Nintendo used USB Type C for Switch. It's not proprietary.
I mean,
Luckily,
that's nice,
however,
but like,
Luckily, the friend of mine who suggested that I buy the 3DS also happened to have owned several of these same little consoles for like a period of like 5
See?
years. and
Nintendo
had
was
an
marketing
extra
to them.
charger.
To that person, that was the market.
Oh, okay.
marketing
So,
people who already owned 3 of them.
dear Nintendo employee who may watch this stream in the future, I want you to know that according to Barnaby's, you want no new players in your gaming community whatsoever.
Exactly.
It's a
I'm
gated
just gonna
community.
go
You
home
don't
after
want new.
this.
Y'all,
I'm just gonna go.
they racist. So, that's the thing.
Whoa. Oh. Speaking of
Speaking
racist.
of racist,
Hold on for a moment. Are we? Hold on for a moment
What a
because
segue.
we're about to do that.
What a
Um,
segue.
Hold
The-
on. If we're about to do that, I hope everyone is watching the camera right now.
the only other thing.
Bro, you got fucking Canes?
Oh my God. Oh
Shout
my
out
God,
to
he's
you. I
got
fucking love
Canes.
Canes. Canes is the best.
Do you think you should take a little
Sponsored
discharge
by
break?
Canes.
No, let's just go ahead right in because I got the tea right here.
Oh
and I
my
make sure
God.
to buy it large and
Uh,
large.
Before we start on the big piece of news, I'd just like to note that they announced an RPG called Project Octopath Traveler. That's all I have to say about that. So, big piece of news. PewDiePie got into some
Fucking
hot water.
puds!
Yo, I'm trying to do my show.
Okay.
Troy?
Can you please?
Troy. Trying to do my show here.
Fucking
He's trying to do his
Uh,
show.
I'm trying to contribute to said show.
PewDiePie got himself into some hot water for saying the N-word
And
on
not
stream.
feeling bad about it.
And not really feeling bad about it. No, okay,
Yeah,
that's unfair. That's unfair. An apology
did-
video came out, but this is like the second time he's gotten himself into
But
pretty
no,
hot water
here's the-
for
Why you gotta...
various versions of hate speech. Also, I'd like to point out that English is his second language.
Okay, no. No, we cannot
What are we doing? What are we
cannot
doing?
default
Okay.
to English is a second
Oh,
language excuse.
wait. Can
No,
I
I wasn't
please-
using it
can I
as an
please
excuse.
make
I'm
a
like,
request? Can I make a
that's not what I
request?
meant, Barnaby. I'm not defending the man.
I would like to make a request.
Yeah, Sean, hit us.
Following the tone of my voice, that we try to talk about this in as calm a manner as possible, because it is something about which I know that I'm personally very passionate about, and there's a lot of stuff that I've done and written about that. But yeah, I'm probably going to sound like an airline stewardess this entire time, because it is upsetting.
Yeah, it is. It's something that's definitely uncalled for, because there have been times where I've been majorly pissed on stream, and I've wanted to scream the worst fucking words I could think of. I'm straight up gonna say that there have been times where I've been fucking beyond pissed, and in my eyes, if you can't control that, you should probably like find a way to control that first before you go on Twitch and get really angry at a game that it's just a game. All in
Yeah.
all,
But here's the thing, it's PewDiePie.
it is
The number-
PewDiePie.
That is, I mean,
Okay, so we're gonna have to talk about some
All
we're
right,
gonna have to
Sean,
have like
hit
some
us.
serious, philosophical discussion on what it means to be in a spotlight of any kind, because
Okay.
like that's part of that conversation,
This
right?
is another thing, yeah. I see where you're going with this.
So there is a, to be, okay, first thing, right? He is a just human being playing games and saying awful things. Mastery Flash level 6, am I right? How many times has that happened? But at the same time, there's something to be said about when you have the amount of viewership that you do, when you have the influence that you do, that kind of puts you in a category of, there are things that you have to think 3 or 4 or 5 times about saying, if you say them, because that has impact. Like, that has shockwaves. Period. That's the first thing. The second thing, I'm a big believer in the fact that people say exactly what they mean when they're angry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're totally right. You have
Right?
no control over what your thoughts are when you're angry. You really don't.
So, like, whatever you say in the middle of your rage is pure instinct, and that is why I'm just like, if that's the kind of stuff that you do when you're mad, like, I don't think there's a discussion to be had about that, unless I'm just going to try to beat some sense into you. That's about it. That's about it, really.
man.
It's really hard to play devil's advocate.
It is. It's hard. To
On
defend
one
it.
hand, it's on one hand, like,
Well, at the end of the
you
day,
got-
he's viewed as a role model because he's what, the most subscribed guy on the internet.
On YouTube, yeah, he's
So-
got the most subscribes ever.
I
think it's
mean,
like-
I mean, I get that. I
he
get
has
that.
responsibility for what he does.
I
That's-
know, and that's the sad part, that he doesn't understand that, because this isn't his first thing that he's ever done like that.
The
And-
whole.
And so that's the thing. I don't want to necessarily like call down fire and brimstone, but hey, you have to realize that when you are in the position that you're in, there are things that you cannot do. There are things at work that I have regularly been pulled aside by my manager for just things, not because of anything that I'm doing, and it's something that he has said to me. If you were not the most senior member of our team, I would have absolutely no concern with you doing X or Y or Z, but that's something that you can't do. You are. People look at you for examples for how to be and act and behave.
Mhm.
Period.
No, yeah, I get that. I hate to bring this back to Overwatch, my team. And I hate to, I absolutely hate to, but like I'm in the head position. I am the leader of this team. I have to be on my best behavior. I can't go off and be a fucking child, because if I do, the whole team's gonna be a child and nothing's gonna get done. And,
Now, oh wait, actually, I'm gonna let you finish that point because I
Yeah.
had, yeah. Sorry.
And it's kind of like with PewDiePie. Like he leads the internet. He sets the example for people like us
Exactly.
trying to do streaming. If he goes out and says stuff like that, it's gonna dampen everyone's image a little bit.
That's what a lot of the discussion I've seen on the internet is that they're saying the video's frozen. That's not good.
Yeah, I see that too.
Yeah. OBS? I think OBS had a stroke.
Oh no.
Can they still hear us?
Can they still hear us?
Hello? I think they can hear us, but okay. OBS has stopped freezing. Has it caught up? Because it's not frozen on OBS's end.
They can still hear our voices.
Okay, that's the important step.
But
Yeah,
you,
that's
but
the
you were
important
saying,
stuff. Audio's
what
more
you were
important.
saying, Troy.
That was basically what that's what I was finishing on. Is
Just
that, like,
oh
he
yeah,
leads us, he's the one that's influencing what we look like on the internet
Yeah.
as streamers, as YouTubers, and yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of
That's why like a lot of the discourse I've seen on like Twitter and on YouTube is that people who make money off YouTube, who their living is YouTube, is really worried how this is going to affect
them.
like their livelihood and
the
like the
public
thing,
view.
yeah, like public view of YouTubers as a whole, because I mean, they're in a service industry, like they're in the entertainment industry. I mean,
Well, I guess
how
here's
you
the
look
question.
is most of it, and then
Serious,
that on
heavy-
top of Adpocalypse.
Serious, heavy question, and I'm going to pose that to the chat as well. So please get those keyboard trigger fingers ready.
Oh, dude, I'm ready.
Got you, fam.
Yeah, dude,
All right.
I'm cracked and loaded. Let's do it.
How much of this do you think we're responsible for? As individuals who go on the internet and consume things like content and entertainment and all of that, how much of this would you say we're responsible for?
Elaborate.
What do you mean?
Like, no, I mean, like, I think I have an idea of where
I kind of have an idea.
because we have some, personal responsibility to how our community and how society is at this point. But like, elaborate. Like, what do you mean by like the content consume and everything?
So, things like here, I'll put it like this: Troy just said, and I'm gonna have to believe him because I'm not looking up the statistics, right? That this person is one of the most, if not the most, subscribed to person on the net, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the size that he has, the influence that he has, what he's built, it's not just a thing of his own doing. Like, right? He doesn't just like wave a magic wand and people just appear. That was a subscriber at a time, bringing a subscriber at a time, sharing a video at a time. So at what point do we see people like this and go, either, because I don't think it's necessarily one or the other, but it's either this person is entirely awful in and of themselves, or is this also partly a monster of her own making? Because it's not like he woke up one day, 1 million subscribers later, and went, these are the kind of things that are going to come out of my mouth now when I'm being angry at video games. There was probably some level of that the entire time, and people were just like, oh, well, that's just him.
And I get what you mean.
I have a good point. Just it's a little devil advocate-y, but I'm bringing it up just to cause discourse.
It creates discussion. I actually like playing devil's advocate because it does create discussion.
iDubbbz is a famous YouTuber. He does not do complete gaming stuff, but he's famous for making, offensive content. And people don't really get on him when he says the N-word, and then PewDiePie comes along and he's the biggest guy on the platform and he says the N-word, and the internet blows up.
I see your point.
And I don't know, I just found that interesting, I guess. I think it's
Well,
a lot to do with his size and with how much influence he has on
a lot of it also has to
people.
do with a lot of it also has to do with the community that
He's built around.
Yeah.
iDubbbz fosters.
Poods
what
is
I mean?
built on a different community entirely. Like
He's built on
Barnaby's.
12-year-olds. Yeah.
Yeah, he's built on youngins.
Even at that point, like you've got
I
to
guess
watch
that's-
what you say.
And that's the other thing too. That's at least in the specific case of PewDiePie, the audience of people that he has. It's a different thing for you to have an audience of people who are adults, because even if you're absolutely awful, all those people are adults, and they're not in their formative years, right? It's not
Yeah.
like you're dealing with people who are still shaping their ideas about the world in the same way that someone who is 16 or 15 or 18 or in their like late teens,
20s.
early 20s would be.
Yeah.
And that's some pretty hefty stuff, and it's easy not to think about because hey, we're out and we're playing games and memeing, and I don't know why people are taking it so seriously or whatever, but it's like, it's serious though. Like, and that's the thing. I have to be like, I don't even have like any level of subscription or viewership like that. I just have a ticket window that I talk to people in, and like 6 people who's in the same room as me. But I have to be aware of the fact that the things that I decide to do or not do, how I treat people or not, what I say or not, impacts things and affects things and changes things. And everything I contribute, positive or negative, to that experience is on me whenever it snowballs.
Yeah.
Raven said that nothing has happened to PewDiePie. That is actually false.
Now,
I'm
A
gonna say that.
lot.
well, actually,
that's part of the reason I brought it up, just because there's DMCA stuff.
I think it's people that aren't aware of like what happened. So there was a contract.
He lost a lot of contracts
And
because of
like
what he
things
said.
with like
Yeah, he lost his contract with
Google,
Maker.
and the reason
Yeah.
why is because
That was, sorry,
Different
the,
thing,
the,
but
the maker was back with a Fiverr.
yeah.
that was back when he straight up slid into straight up slid into YouTube with a hey, let's just like have quick couple of minutes of like Nazi jokes and stuff, and people were like, hey, that's not cool.
Yeah.
And when they said that's not cool, they were just like, we're about to take these coins because it seems to be the only language that most people understand universally. Right? And here's the thing. I guess it's one of those picking between the lesser of two evils. Do you just punish someone enough to keep them from saying things that are offensive, or do you actually do things to encourage them to just not be awful people? Because, actually making people not be awful is hard.
Yeah. This
Names
isn't
doesn't
an
fly.
easy.
Yeah, this is a very tough discussion because, I mean, a lot of people say this word on the internet. A lot of people, and I've seen it myself all over the place. I've seen people say it at me, even though I'm definitely,
White.
But yeah, but you see, it's just, and I definitely agree with the fact that he should not have said it at all. It's not something you should ever say. Period, in my opinion.
Oh,
So
Sean's typing.
yeah, Sean. Is
No, I'm
typing-
just sorry. I'll go ahead and
Sean's
mute
getting
myself
it.
while I'm doing that.
No,
but
no,
y'all can-
you're not muted. We're just,
Oh,
we're
no.
just thinking.
No, I just saw you typing in my chat. I was like, oh,
Oh.
sauce.
Yeah, it's still like a very sensitive subject. We'll call it that. What he basically talked about, and again, I personally say completely out of line. Should not have even said it at all. Didn't make why did he say it
and I
You
guess
know,
at PUBG?
yeah.
and that's the thing, right? But there's oh good lord, the layers. So first thing, right? Let's just talk about the fact that the reason that he even got the reaction that he got is because,
He missed.
well, I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, the thing is, right? He's, because because he is who he is. If that were me on stream, people would just like eye roll and then just stop watching my stream, and that would be the end of it, right? But it's, you know, like kind of like what I typed in chat right here. You know, like there are things that people say, and they may or may not be awful, but there's a difference between if, let's just use an example because we're in America and this is a salient example. If, you know, the difference between me saying to people, I do, and this is an extreme example, just for note, I do or don't support Nazis. There's a difference between me saying that to like the couple of people that I talk to in Discord and maybe like the 5 or 10 people that I see at work versus the president on CNN.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right? It's just it's
all about his
purely
position in the world.
it's purely a position and influence thing, and you know, we have to understand that about this whole situation. We would not be mad at him if he were some person on YouTube with like 500 subscribers or some random person that we didn't know.
Me.
But but I am pretty much the only person on Earth at this point that doesn't know who PewDiePie is, and the only reason that I know about him is because everybody blows up about him saying awful things.
I'm surprised you don't know who Poods is, actually. That does surprise me.
Like, I just don't know. Like, you could name like a random small YouTuber, and I'm like, oh, I've heard of this person. Random large YouTuber, who? Literally who?
I prefer the small or the big, anyways. Yeah, that sounds sexual.
Yeah, I'm leaving that alone.
Yeah, we're gonna just curve that.
We're
whole
just
thing
gonna
right quick,
just
right?
pass that along. Pass it along.
So you have that whole level of things, but then there's also the little things that build up to people like doing like that again. Things like, you know, in the circles of different gaming communities that you have more or less of it, but you do have like a lot of people who just say some extra stuff. I mean, just like awful, like why would you even say the things that you were saying? And then it's kind of like, oh, well, that's just how the gaming community is. Well, I mean,
is that how we want it to be?
If everything that we see in the gaming community is just this immutable thing, and every immutable thing that we see is just, well, here, let me give you League as an example. The League community is awful. The League community is toxic. The League community are a bunch of people who just like shit talk people all day long and mastery flash them, even if they're bad at the game because they just got a brand new Ash and think that they own the universe. Listen.
That's me.
Right? We have to be, at some point, we have to take some responsibility for, okay, so the community sucks. Maybe I should do something to make that suck less. And it's kind of like evacuation traffic. If everybody decides to leave on the same day, it sucks. If you're the only person who leaves, it's great. You can fly at like 90 miles an hour up the interstate and avoid things like Jose, Katya, and Irma.
Irma OP.
Irma OP, please nerf.
Nerf.
Not as OP as right, I'm pretty sure.
Hurricane Riot coming in.
Here, I have a dedication to a particular note in chat, and I'm just going to go.
Dude, this is excellent.
Eating from one of the best establishments that's fast food.
This
Fucking
is
love
a...
games, dude.
I'm
I'm glad I told you about that place.
You know,
Sean.
I've never had canes. You know,
You have not lived.
You need those chicken strips in your life.
I don't.
So good, dude.
So,
I don't need it.
But with that being said, right? I guess what we can take away from this is, however we feel about PewDiePie and what he did. Here's the thing: like, being very factual about it for a moment.
Yeah.
I bet he got subscribers from this. That's the worst part about this. I bet he got some.
wanted to pose the question: do you think it was a popularity stunt? That was the question I was going to
Oh
ask.
man, I doubt that.
Right. No, and that's the thing,
There's
right?
So much backlash.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it is a publicity stunt, but the end result of that is you're going to have people who, because of how they feel about being on one side or another, they're going to either give him viewership, which means he gets extra views on this channel because now people want to know what actually happened. He's going to get some people who decide to follow his channel, because they're just like, I don't know why everybody's making a big deal out of this. Or you might get like a couple of people who leave.
When did this incident happen?
What?
Has it been like a whole 2 days now?
Okay, so
Been a couple
in
days.
the past 2 days, I'm looking at his stats right now. In the past 2 days, he has gained about.
Are we looking at
20,000
Twitch or YouTube?
vid stats? YouTube.
Okay. Because this was originally set on Twitch, so I think
Yes,
that...
I know it was.
Okay.
But this is YouTube, and he's gained about 20,000 in the past 2 days because of this
Compared
incident.
to-
Compared
what
to
his normal growth is.
his normal growth is 15,000 a day, so it is lower. He did get a lot of rep loss, but it also has dipped down to about 9,000, 8,000 as of late. So
Okay.
But I mean, it was like you. So there's that whole side of thing, right? And so it's kind of like there are just some people for whom any attention that they get is good attention, and at that size, it probably doesn't matter as much. And that's the worst part about this. Not even beyond the viewership, beyond the fact that he probably got additional subs out of it, is that this probably won't be the last time this happens.
I mean, it probably won't. Though I have...
And it will continue not to be unless we build something that is so big and positive by contrast that people feel no need to continue. Right? Now, I mean, unless he like suddenly has an epiphany about some things and some real talk with some people and has a major change of character.
I just also want to point out his following on Twitch. Twitch, before that, he gained about 100 to 200 a day. Starting Sunday, 600, 756.
Oh my God.
826. And then today, he's live right now, 448.
What the fuck?
Ever since this has happened, his follow count went from like this a day to this a day.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. It spiked.
And there's crazy all kinds of social stuff that it would consume like the rest of the time on the stream to talk about. But yeah. TLDR.
TLDR. Booty Pie's a scumbag.
Yeah.
Yikes.
TLDR. Hughes is a human being, whether we like it or not, for better or for worse. Right? So that was
Rest
the
in
thing.
peace. Never meet your heroes.
He did a thing. It wasn't a good thing. The reason that we're mostly mad at him about it is because of the amount of influence it has and the position he has, not necessarily him as a person. It's not a personal thing. If anybody with his level of influence did that, he would get the same level of probably anger and backlash for doing something that dumb. But also, we kind of need to be about building the kind of gaming communities, among other things, that we want to see in the world.
These are all accurate things.
I told you, I was like, if you go on that topic, I'm gonna go all the way in. I had to.
Nah, dude, this is good nontent. This is excellent. How y'all feeling? You want to take a break?
It's been an hour.
It's been an hour. We could take a break, finish off the show. Actually, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? We could finish. It's been about an hour and a half.
I've got nothing. Yeah, we've covered pretty much everything today.
Wait, did we have any other point on the agenda for the evening?
Nope.
No, we did not. We did not at all.
It
Okay.
It works out. It worked out.
Oh, I have to get social links now. Grab those.
I guess actually one other thing.
Yeah,
So,
what's up?
Because today is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
What thing on Wednesday, if you have a thing, you look forward to doing the most on Wednesdays?
On Wednesdays, this.
On Wednesdays?
I designed my Wednesdays around this.
I don't really do anything on Wednesdays except, I guess, now this. I don't know if I'm permanent, though. I'm probably getting replaced by Annie and Woe next week. Rip me.
Rip Troy.
I mean, if it shows up.
True.
Yeah, if Tristan ever shows up to the stream. You know.
Yeah.
No, this. I designed my Wednesdays around this. I also have lacrosse practice, but I mean that's every Wednesday.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I play sports.
Dude.
Play sports?
Yeah, dude.
Y'all need to.
Pro sport?
Pro sport.
Like, I'm gonna
Joe
need y'all to
Passport?
be about that Instagram life.
Wednesdays
going
are
on
basically just like, let's play games.
Who's my woman crush Wednesday?
Me.
Did Andrew just call himself a woman?
At Shelby
You
Gracie.
know?
Anyway,
Sick plug.
Sick plug.
What do you do on Wednesdays, Sean? What's your Wednesday?
My thing on Wednesday is
Bye, Raven. See you next
like
week.
this this dance class.
Legit.
dance class.
Dancing's
Yeah.
fun, dude.
So, yeah, I need to at some point. I'm gonna have to hit you up with a link of what this craziness is that I do on Wednesdays. But it's like the best thing ever because it's one of those. No matter what kind of day you have, you start doing stuff and learning things, and you just forget about it. And also, they have an open bar.
I
Claire, the
mean,
shameless
open
plug.
bar. Accurate.
Claire, that shameless plug though.
Shameless plug. Project PBR. Donate
Best
below.
community.
Hashtag
If you want to
ad.
donate to,
Hashtag sponsored.
if you want to
Hashtag
donate
sponsor.
to the PBR community, you know
Please
what
click
to
the
donate.
donate button below.
Donate button below.
You'll make sure he gets it to.
I'll make sure it gets where it needs to go.
My community is blowing up right now. I'm sorry. My Discord's going fucking nuts.
Why?
They're talking about a cat.
Dude. That's
It's
some,
in my Overwatch subs chat.
That's some quality Nontent right there, fam.
Oh
Dude.
wow. All right then. Then you do the thing. You do the
Tristan,
thing.
why'd you just plug? What? Oh, what are we doing? What's
Are we
happening?
plugging?
Yeah, let's plug.
No,
Barnaby's.
I am not going to plug. My presence being here is enough. So there. Now you guys
He's
know
here.
a
Don't
bit
worry.
of what I think about
We'll
like the
plug for
gaming
you.
community at large. Do
We'll get it.
do not plug. Whatever they tell you is an absolute lie. If you want to come visit me,
Twitch.tv/SYNXI.
there are ways to find me if you want to find me. Okay, so feel free to do that. Since you're here, right? Since you're already going to be here, if you are so inclined and you have not done so already, please go to the top of your screen. There will be a green heart up there. There will be a notification button. He does
you
this
know.
every Wednesday.
I do
and
this
who
every
knows,
Wednesday.
He may be kind enough to have me back here at some point. And if that happens, you get to see me talk in this unicorn hat or some other hat again when that happens.
That's the best incentive you can have. Barnaby's, what are you doing over this next week? What's going on?
I'm streaming like yesterday, right now. I
Streaming
think.
in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
buddy.
But again, same thing. Monoplayer Mondays. We got Game of Thrones episode 5, the penultimate episode.
The series I cannot watch because I don't know anything about Game of Thrones.
You
Dragon.
can dragons.
No, that's it.
incest,
Dragons.
Dragons.
Okay.
Incest.
zombies, dragons, and zombies.
Okay.
Dragon zombies?
Dragon
Zombie
zombies.
dragons.
Dragon Ball Zombies.
There it is! Dragon Ball Zombies. We figured it out.
Let me out.
Where can we find you on the internet, Barnaby's? Barnabizzle?
Twitch.tv/Sinziak.
Right. Me too.
Yeah. No.
and that was also correctly pronounced, by the way.
Thank you.
I can never pronounce his name. Straight up.
Twitch.tv/Barnaby's. Come hang out afterwards, and we'll play some Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey, on
Also-
motorcycles?
On motorcycles.
Card
Hold
game.
on, let me
Also-
get my motorcycle out.
Also, for fun, as a thought for
fun.
all of you,
That's a
I would love to see, either from the people who are here for sure and the people who are in chat who are currently listening,
bang,
I would
bang.
love to see what your extended thoughts are about this. Feel free to continue the dialogue about anything that we talked about today, and feel free to tag me in it. My name is kind of hard to spell, but Nins did a good job of doing that there for you. I have the same name on Twitter. It will be Sinziak Beta. I'm just going to type that here in chat. Please,
Oh yeah, you're
Feel
also
free to tag
Barnaby's.
all of us in
You're
that.
Barnaby's 1 on Twitter. Right.
let's talk about
Mm.
this. Let's talk about this community thing. Let's
Yeah.
talk about this. Let's talk about this community thing, and let's be about it. And
Let's
I don't
build
know.
this.
let's do
Feel
the
free to
thing.
tag all of us on
Ew.
Twitter. You can find me at King of Rebels YT. and Andrew's at Dwelkinator.
It's Dwelkinator. Cross the board.
Dwelkinator. Yeah.
D-A-W-E-L.
K-I-N-A-T-O-R. Yeah,
King
dude, that's
of
me.
Web-
King of Nontent.
Webble. King of Webble.
No, not that.
Fuck you, Sean.
Merch coming
King of
soon.
King of Freebles. King of Freebies. King of Furbies. I've been called it fucking all.
You know, King of Nontent. Merch coming soon.
But I'm still having fun with calling you King of Reebles.
King of Reebles. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of them.
Yo.
I've been called King of Dab too because of this emote.
Oh yeah, Claire, that's totally in the works. Once I get like a real overlay, that's the plan. To have like the Twitter handles underneath each image.
Are you working on an
That's
overlay? Or
the
are you commissioning for one?
You know,
He's
Sean,
a
let's talk
college
after
student.
this.
Oh my fucking God.
I made the
realize
current
I know
one
how
in
to-
GIMP, so you know.
You know I've made all my overlays, right? Those are all homemade.
Hey, let's talk
Well-
after this.
Yeah.
Troy, what do you got coming up this next week?
Not much. I just dropped some new merch this week though. Delicate Destruction stuff, the Overwatch team. Shameless plug. We dropped some merch on that. I get a couple stuff in the store.
Shameless plug.
Shameless
Yeah.
plug. Fucking Barnaby's. I will
What do you mean? What do you
fucking
say?
get on tonight, boy. We're gonna be comping.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Get the fucking Discord tonight.
I
In
don't
my
know what
Discord,
you
we'll
mean.
fucking play comp tonight with you, you cuck.
I'm playtesting tonight. It's locals tomorrow.
You want to know what's really
Oh my God.
really funny is the fact that every time that word happens, the word that Troy just said, every time that word happens, I think those are words that our federal government uses to express themselves.
Cuck.
All right, we gotta cut the stream.
All right,
Yes.
that's it.
All right.
Barnaby's, are you streaming after this?
Yes, I am.
I'll be streaming tomorrow.
Twitch.tv/Barnaby's. It's in like as soon as this show's
Hey,
over,
Barnaby,
basically.
give me a D2.
That's like a G, I think.
That's,
Yes, it is.
wait a minute.
Oh no! Hold up. Hey, that's a
There he is.
E?
There it is.
No, that's a D. That is definitely not a D.
That's a.
My Discord's going fucking nuts.
I'll be streaming here, twitch.tv/Dwelkinator, twitter.com/Dwelkinator, DAWELKINATOR. I'll be streaming sometime this week, along with every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
All right.
Always. We're having a special guest on next time. Thank you,
Oh,
Steve
sick.
Wrigley.
Take it easy, guys.
I lost my
Good
spot.
night, you lovely
All right.
people.
Have a good
Bye.
night.